All right, Working Class Beer Reviews is looking at Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. Miller High Life, it says here right on the bottom, established 1903. The Miller Company was established long before that. I think that's just when they actually came up with the name Miller High Life. I think this beer actually predates that, but this is when the brand became Miller High Life. Miller High Life is an American adjunct lager. It's very working class, which fits very well into my channel here. It is, I'm looking here online, 4.6% alcohol. I think there might be a little bit of variance there with some of them, but 138 calories. I think they've always been these clear bottles. Something I've learned by watching other videos and a little research. Miller uses their own brand of hops called Galena hops that is supposed to help protect the beer from spoilage. I think it's more of a traditional thing that they put them in the clear bottles like this. Maybe it's more of a European look, and it kind of has a champagne bottle look to it. They actually sold these this last year. I think it was a 20, maybe it was like a 1 liter bottle or something like that. And it had a cork in it. No, it didn't actually have a cork. It had a cap like this, but it looked like a big champagne bottle. I almost bought one. I probably should have, because I'll probably never see that again. It must have been a celebration of some sort. I'm not sure, but it was neat looking. This, I believe, is the same as Miller Genuine Draft, but this is pasteurized. Miller Genuine Draft is not, but I don't know. Research may debunk that. This is more of you'd think, I guess Miller Genuine Draft is the premium brand. This is not sold at a premium price. This is sold not at economy, but sub-premium, so it'd be the same as like Busch Light. They do make a Miller High Life Light. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack that open. Not a whole lot of water vapor. There was a hiss. Some carbonation that let loose. I'm just gonna use a mason jar for this. Go ahead and give it a nice aggressive pour. I remember when I'm in my 20s really enjoying Miller High Life a lot. I think it was a lot cheaper back then, and I think it's kind of raised up since then, but you know, I think all products have. That's called inflation. We just have to learn to deal with it. So obviously a large head. Something I noticed with Miller beers, they're very moussey on top. It kind of smooth, it has like a smoothness to the top of the head. Large bubbles. Very carbonated, very light. Straw, very clear, very highly filtered. I mean, this is the same company that makes Hams. Milwaukee's Best. You know, obviously Miller Lite, but see, I'm not sure how that works, because they have Miller Lite, but then they also have Miller High Life Light. So I don't know. Then they have MGD 64. So I don't know what the premium beer to Miller Lite is, because I don't think it would be Miller High Life, because then why would they make Miller High Life Light? So there must be a difference in the recipe. If anybody knows the answer to that, clarify that in the comments for me. Kind of educate me on that. So what is the premium beer to Miller Lite? What is the full flavored version of Miller Lite if it's not Miller High Life? Miller Lite obviously is a premium level beer, sold at a premium level. It sells very well. Miller High Life sells very well too. I enjoy it once in a while. They sell 4-packs of pint cans where I live for around $4. I can get them at actually Dollar General for like $3.70 for a 4-pack of pints. So that's not bad. Pint cans are my preferred serving of beer, but these were on sale. I bought a 12-pack of bottles at Wood's Supermarket. I want to say it was like I hadn't had it in a while, and I wanted to review it, so I figured I'd go ahead and do this. So this uses corn. I think they used to use corn grits, but something tells me they've moved on to the dextrose syrup for brewing purposes. They say you're not supposed to be able to taste or smell the corn, but there's an obvious odor and taste difference between corn brewed beers and rice and then all malt. So I really don't know what to say about that, because there is definitely a distinctive flavor and, from my memory, taste to this beer. Yeah, go ahead. This is a pint glass, so I'm not easily fit all this once it settles. Very distinctive bottle. It says embossed on there, Miller High Life established 1903. It always has the girl on the moon. I'm not sure if there's a backstory for that. I'm sure there's something. There's probably fables, stories to tell about that. Yeah, very blue collar beer. I see this in 40 ounces, pint cans, 12 ounce bottles, 12 ounce cans, and little stubby pony bottles. I still see those, actually. Those are gone for a while, and they kind of made a comeback. I'm not sure why, but yeah, little chubby bottles. And if you see it on draft, it's going to be unpasteurized. So that means you're pretty much getting MGD on draft. Essentially, I'm guessing in theory, that's what you're getting. So I've seen it down in southern Missouri on tap before. If you have establishments that favor Miller over Anheuser-Busch, you might find it. So let's give it a taste. Yeah, a much stronger flavor profile than some of the other beers. This is definitely a legacy brand. So this is stepping closer to your older generation beers, kind of like Pabst or Schlitz. Any of those, Stroh's. Never had Stroh's. I'd like to try Stroh's. Schaefer, never tried Schaefer. I'd like to try Schaefer. They don't make Falstaff anymore. I'd like for them to bring that back, just for history's sake. Why not? Yeah, definitely different than Budweiser and Coors, which I actually have a Coors in my cooler, so I'd like to do a review on that hopefully soon. Yeah, a little stronger flavored. There is a noticeable bitterness for a lager, American lager like this. Kind of get towards the back end, the roof of my mouth. I kind of get a little bit of it in the roof of my mouth. Grainy. I'm going to have to conclude that has to do with the corn. Yeah, I wonder if there's a difference between using the extracts and the actual grain itself. I would like to think that it'd be better with the actual grain, but I'm not a brewer, and I know they do a lot of research and development to these beers. A lot of money goes into making sure this stuff tastes good, tastes right, tastes as it should, but one has to think and wonder if there's a difference. So let's give it one final sip and analysis. Nice and cold, as it was designed to be served. Yeah, it's good. I'm not gonna say it's the absolute best, but I think that's why it's priced where it's at. It is good. It's high quality beer. I give it, if I'm not much on rating stuff, but yeah, and I'm not gonna do this every video. Just when it comes to mind. This isn't a 5 out of 5. It might be a 4 out of 5. It's not as it's balanced per se, but the flavor's a little rough around the edges. Some people are okay with it, and I think as long as it's served ice cold and it's served for its purpose to refresh, it is refreshing. You know, it's not, most people aren't going to sit here and dissect it and take it apart. It wasn't designed for that. It's designed just to enjoy food, enjoy by itself. You know, it's a good treat if you've worked hard all day, like I have. I started at around 4:30 this morning, got done around 5:30. So, 13-hour day minus a 30-minute break, so 12.5-hour day. You know, this is a nice treat. I enjoy it. So it's available pretty much everywhere. So if you've had it, let me know what you think in the comments, and appreciate you watching this video. And I will see you guys later.